What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Fast. Today, let's get started with Israel Adesanya reveals interest in training with former rival Jon Jones. UFC legend Israel Adesanya has said that he'd be interested in training with Jon Jones at some point in the future. As we know, Israel Adesanya is a pretty iconic figure within the world of mixed martial arts. He is one of the most popular fighters of his generation, and he's one of the most successful middleweight in the history of the sport. Alas, across his last few fights, he's fallen short in a string of losses that have left many wondering how much longer he's got left at the elite level. For Adesanya, he knows that he doesn't need to compete anymore in order to cement his legacy, but there's clearly still a hunger and a drive to prove that he's able to beat some of the top stars at 185 pounds. Speaking of top stars, one man who Adesanya has had disagreements with in the past is none other than Jon Jones. In a recent interview, Izzy made it crystal clear that he'd be open to training with Jon one day. Definitely, it's on the list training with Jones. With Jon, I know I could learn a lot. Long guy, his frame, I've watched him since UFC 92. The way he moves, I can pick his brain on some stuff. So yeah, definitely, it'll happen. Kamaru Usman issues statement after UFC Atlanta return confirmed. UFC legend Kamaru Usman has issued a statement after it was confirmed that he'll be battling Joaquin Buckley at UFC Atlanta. For the longest time, Kamaru Usman has been seen as one of the greatest welterweights of all time. He earned that title for two reasons: his run as a contender and his dominant reign as champion. Last night, it was announced that Usman will be returning to action against rising prospect Joaquin Buckley. While Buckley is considered by many to be the favorite as a result of his own recent surge, counting out someone like Kamaru has proven to be a big mistake in the past. In a recent statement on his podcast, Kamaru made it clear that he's ready to make the walk once again. "I'm tired of all the talking. I had to take a little bit of a sabbatical, but now I'm back from that sabbatical. I'm ready to get back in there. It's a great fight. He's strong, he's athletic. I like that. Every now and then, that warrior spirit, you need to exercise it. That's where we come from, Henry. I'm one of those guys. I put in so much time and effort, you gotta feel a fight a little bit. I'm coming from a place of gratitude to be a blessing to go out there and exercise everything." June 14th, live from Atlanta, Georgia. Your boy is back. Belal Muhammad gets emotional after Khabib Nurmagomedov praise, calls it the highest honor. Belal Muhammad and Khabib Nurmagomedov have a tightly formed bond from training together. The UFC welterweight champion recently indicated how much receiving praise from Nurmagomedov means to him. "It's like the highest honor to get respect from him. Like I said, dude, the fans or whatever, the trolls are going to hate, but to get the respect of your peers and to get respect of who I think is the GOAT in the UFC history, the best to ever do it. For him to say that I have the best cardio and to hype me up like that, it means the world. Like just to get messages from him, right? Because I look up to him. I want to emulate him and his style and the way he fights and the way he acts as a champion. So yeah, it means the world." Georges St-Pierre on Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall UFC title fight. Georges St-Pierre finds it hard to bet against UFC champion Jon Jones, but knows Father Time exists. Jones is expected to unify his heavyweight title with interim champ Tom Aspinall this year, but an announcement is yet to be made. Many view Aspinall as perhaps Jones's biggest threat, and the former UFC welterweight and middleweight champion thinks it'll come down to how motivated Jones is. I mean, you talk about legacy. Jon Jones is probably the best fighter that ever lived. If I have to choose someone in his prime that I put in the Coliseum, hand to hand, I think it would be Jon Jones. It's hard to deny that. Jones has been vocal about his reluctancy to face Aspinall in the past, arguing that he would have nothing to gain by beating another hot name. He opted to make his first title defense against the consensus greatest heavyweight of all time, Stipe Miocic, finishing him by round 3 TKO this past November. 4 months prior, Aspinall defended his interim title with a first-round TKO of Curtis Blaydes at UFC 304. If the fight does materialize, St-Pierre hopes Jones gets the pay he deserves. It's hard to say. As a fan, I want to see this fight. I would really like to see this fight, but I think Tom is very hungry, and it's up to Jon to see if he still wants to do this, and if the UFC can compensate him good, because I think he deserves it. Dustin Poirier plans on retiring with BMF title after trilogy with Max Holloway. UFC star Dustin Poirier has said that he plans on retiring as BMF champion as he prepares for his trilogy fight against Max Holloway. As we now know, Dustin Poirier will have his retirement fight this summer. He will go head-to-head with Max Holloway, a man who he's already beaten twice in mixed martial arts. He'll be hoping that he can showcase the best of himself as he prepares to ride off into the sunset. For a lot of fans, Dustin Poirier is the definition of a legend. He has done some incredible things in the sport, and he's been a big favorite along the way. Whenever you see the Diamond compete inside the octagon, you know that you're going to get value for money. Now, we get one more dance in front of his beloved Louisiana crowd. Ahead of fight night, Dustin has been reflecting on the stakes involved in this contest. In a recent interview, he spoke about the fact that the BMF title, currently held by Holloway, will be on the line. There haven't been many guys to fight for it. Even to get mentioned or have your name in the hat to be pulled for a BMF fight, you've got to be a fan favorite. You've got to bring it every time. You have to be in that criteria of fighters cut from that cloth. Max is that. I am that. It's amazing. If I can get my hand raised again, retire with the BMF belt. I'm the BMF forever. If I can get my hand raised and be the last BMF champion and ride off into the sunset and retire, hey, that's forever. I don't think they would ever do it again unless something crazy happened.